What's up, everyone? Excited to give you this video today. So I will be going over MULN Automotive, which is a very popular retail name, and you've seen it trending on Twitter, probably on StockTwits, really on Wall Street Bets, wherever you're seeing retail chatter. This has been a subject of that chatter. So without further ado, I will get into the video where I'll just be covering basically the social media trends, a couple recent developments in the stock. I'll go over short interest, and then I'll also go to the chart and give a price prediction for the stock. So that being said, I'll jump into it. So as you can see, insider trading has been quite negative over the past couple quarters, as we've had the CFO sell a good amount of shares, and then the CEO sell a good chunk of shares as well. So this is never a good sign when you see a large decline in share price and the C-suite is kind of, shedding exposure at will. That's never a good sign. So, kind of unfortunate to see that. But as we look at social media and Google Trends here, so search volume had topped out back in November of 2022. And right now we are only at 39% of that peak volume in terms of searches. So kind of surprised to see that search volume has, stayed in there pretty well over the past couple months despite the price drop. I just thought that was an interesting point. To see that the stock is still being searched, Googled at only 30% of the highs when obviously shares have come down a lot. But with that being said, I'll jump into short interest. So for short interest, 16% of the float is sold short, almost 17%, which is definitely high when you look at it as a percent of float. The only reason I don't necessarily think a short squeeze is super likely here is because the days to cover is just at 1. And for those that don't know, days to cover basically just puts short interest relative to average volume. So right now, it would take 1 day of average volume to cover all the shorts that are outstanding right now, which isn't much at all. Typically, a days to cover of 10 demonstrates a stock that is likely to have a short squeeze. So with the days to cover at 1, not really a huge deal, and doesn't really show that the stock is very susceptible to a short squeeze. So let's look at the chart here. Obviously, it doesn't look pretty. And shares had bottomed out at about $4 on December 5th, 2022. So this level, now that it's broken, will likely act as resistance, and we have seen a huge decline in shares over the past couple weeks after this level has been broken. We also almost got shares coming up to this level at $4 and moving lower, but obviously we're nowhere near that right now as we trade near 40 cents. And we're below also all daily moving averages, so momentum is quite bearish. But with that being said, let's try to see if we can find a support level for the stock based on Bollinger Bands. So whenever you have a stock that is, kind of trading in no man's land, there's no, kind of past support levels or resistance levels within the vicinity of where the stock is trading currently. Bollinger Bands are a good alternative and kind of can help you find some support for a stock. So as you can see, the Bollinger Bands worked pretty well in late April, and shares obviously moved higher for a day, from about 175 to 250 off of this Bollinger Bands. And we're not really seeing it touched yet, but currently it's about 33. So you could say, 33 cents may be a good level of support. Personally, I would never trade a chart that looks like this. And I every time I put out a video, I'll give my honest opinion. I don't talk in echo chambers. I just don't do that. So I'll give you a dose of reality here. This chart looks absolutely horrible. But with that being said, we are oversold according to RSI. And the last time we were this oversold, with RSI at about 17, last time RSI was at 17 was when we got a move from 240 up to about 390. So definitely oversold. And if you are a bull, I would say, that's kind of your glimmer of hope here. And also, when we were oversold around this level, around 20 RSI, 30 and below on the RSI is considered oversold. But when we were about 20, shares went from about $5 to, almost 15, so 300% higher. So definitely, if you were to take something away bullish, from this chart, it would be the oversold conditions for sure. And last time we were oversold around this level was, another time was February of 2022, where shares went from about $14 to, let's see here. Wow, pretty big jump. Can't even get to the top of it. Went from 13 to about 100. So definitely, this is a stock that reacts pretty well to oversold conditions, I do have to say. So that is your glimmer of hope if you're a bull here. But with that being said, personally, I just wouldn't trade it. Momentum isn't there. There's no, support level anywhere near the stock. But with that being said, I'm just an individual. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research in D&D, and you can kind of come up with your own conclusions here. All I try to do is basically just provide information to people, and hopefully that helps you. And then to kind of close it out here. So I thought this was very interesting. This is a tweet from Investor Professor. It's basically just calls out the amount that David is being paid, which is kind of incredible when you consider that this stock has a $90 million market cap, and um, an officer for them is being paid over $30 million. So you're talking about 30% of the company's value being paid out to one individual that works there. That's a sign of issues at a company, I do have to say. And to be frank, it can, that looks pretty poor, on the C-suite, and looks a little bit scammy in terms of a stock. So personally, I'm not touching this one, but if you are, you're oversold, so you can take some positivity out of that. But with that being said, good luck, everyone. I will end the video there. If you got some value from this video, please leave a like. We post company breakdowns and important market moving news on this channel on a daily basis, so make sure you are subscribed. If you would like to receive my daily portfolio moves, my exits, my entries, and see how me and my team of analysts are trading the markets, join the Discord through the link in the description below to get our free 7-day trial. Also, if you would like to join our free daily newsletter, sign up to our Substack, which is linked below as well. With that being said, good luck, everyone. Happy trading, happy investing.